Boris Johnson's Conservatives have stretched their lead over Labour to 14 points as the opposition again sought to insist the Prime Minister was a man not to be trusted. The Survation snapshot for ITV's Good Morning Britain suggested the Tories had jumped 3 points to 45% with Labour dropping 2 to 31. The Liberal Democrats were unchanged on just 11 points. Nigel Farage's Brexit party rose 1 point to 4 and the Greens dropped 2 to 2. If this poll were reflected in the ballot on Thursday, then Mr Johnson would have a comfortable working majority in the House of Commons. Beginning his final 72-hour push in the fishing port of Grimsby, the Conservative leader insisted his party was taking nothing for granted but was working hard to get a message of unity of bringing this amazing United Kingdom together. He told reporters, "If we can get Brexit done, then we can move forward with investments in infrastructure, education and technology that will unleash opportunity across the whole country. It's a message that makes sense whether you're working in the arts and financial services in London or fishing in Grimsby or the arts and financial services in Grimsby." Mr Johnson held a cod in his arms for the cameras and pulled a box of fish across the warehouse floor, prompting shouts of "Go on, Boris!" from onlookers. This afternoon he is due in Sunderland as part of his blitz of Labour's heartlands to convince Leave voters Jeremy Corbyn's Brexit position is a great betrayal. A continuing emphasis on immigration policy is expected. But, earlier, the PM suffered another blow from his one-time allies, Northern Ireland's Democratic Unionists, whose leader insisted he had broken his word on the union by proposing the creation of a customs border between the province and the mainland down the Irish Sea. Asked on BBC Radio 4's Today programme about some in Northern Ireland's unionist community that Mr Johnson's deal was a betrayal, Arlene Foster replied, "It is right for the leadership of unionism in Northern Ireland to try to work with the Prime Minister of the day to get the best deal for Northern Ireland. We will always do that. We will continue to do that. It says more about the person who broke their word than me and the leadership of the Democratic Unionist Party." She said the DUP had been told by revenue and customs officials before the PM announced his deal that there would be checks between the UK mainland and Northern Ireland. Mrs Foster said a lack of free-flowing trade would cause economic instability in Northern Ireland, which will lead to higher costs for retailers, which will lead to less choice for our consumers in Northern Ireland. Her comments came after Labour released a leaked Treasury report last week that concluded customs checks and possibly even tariffs could. For more on this story, visit the news article link.